If you live in a Cape Cod-style home and you're wondering if you can air seal and insulate effectively, the answer is yes. However, not without a good plan. Cape Cod-style houses are notoriously uncomfortable. Many were built in the 40s and the 50s when the cost of heating was dirt cheap and insulation was mainly an afterthought. As a certified energy auditor, I see these types of houses all over Maryland. The number one issue I see in a Cape Cod house is the connection between the soffit and the knee wall attic. It goes unnoticed because it's invisible to the naked eye. I feel like it's a flaw in thinking, but not on purpose. The air is supposed to come up through the soffit, go through the knee wall attic, up through the sloped ceiling, into the collar attic and out, but what actually happens is the air is coming into the knee wall attic, and because the insulation is not up to today's standards, the air is infiltrating into the house. Making matters worse, the small attic behind the wall is usually hard to reach, and therefore it's neglected. Other times, the problem is hidden by finish work, like a ceiling, or it could be covered by storage items.
Typical problems you might experience if you have a big air leakage problem in your Cape Cod house would be your HVAC system can't keep up on extreme weather days, dust and dirt reappears after cleaning, that bonus room upstairs that at one time you thought was fantastic, you don't even use, and your energy bills are a little higher than you'd like.
A good insulation approach for a Cape Cod is to see what the house has to offer when it comes to accessibility. There are 3 good ways to insulate a Cape Cod.
You can go conventional, you can use 2-part spray foam, or you can take a hybrid approach.
Let's get into the conventional method. When conventionally sealing and insulating a Cape Cod, there are 4 places that need to be considered: the collar attic, the sloped attic, the knee wall, and the lower flat. The top of the house is most important when it comes to sealing and insulating. If space exists, accessing the collar attic is a really good idea. Treatment to the collar attic includes air sealing the cracks and crevices and adding insulation to the recommended level for your area. Exhaust fans should be adequately vented, and any HVAC ducts should be sealed if they're accessible. Often, the sloped area has batt insulation that fills the cavity. Usually the sloped areas are finished and they're not really easy to access. Using special techniques can improve the performance of the insulation that is currently in the sloped attic. Or it might make sense just to simply add more. Each scenario is different. For the knee wall, insulation typically needs attention. It's important not to miss the area at the bottom of the knee wall. If it's not addressed, outside air is going to be able to move underneath the floor. A simple technique in any knee wall is to add sheathing so that the insulation gets sandwiched in and won't slip or fall. The sheathing also acts as an air barrier to further improve the boundary between the outside and the inside living space. The lower flat is the attic over the first floor. Usually it's over the kitchen, maybe a bathroom, part of the bedrooms, and the front living room. It's important to air seal and insulate the areas as well. Sealing the soffit overhangs to reduce air infiltration and adding insulation can drastically change the comfort dynamic inside of a Cape Cod house. Let's get into spray foam. Spray foam insulation in a Cape Cod house is amazing. Encapsulation means you apply foam to the roof line and to the gable end walls. It's a great solution when there are ducts running throughout the space. Encapsulating with foam will help you retain some of the duct air leakage and will improve the overall exposure the ducts have to the outside, so the HVAC machine doesn't have to work nearly as hard to deliver conditioned air to the places you're going to need it the most. For example, look how these HVAC ducts are sweating during hot summers when humidity enters the space and interacts with the cold metal. Spray foam might also make sense if you need the attic for storage or if you have dormers. The way that the dormers project out can make for lots of tight spaces in the attic that need to be insulated as well, and spray foam is a great solution to hit them all. Finally, let's get into the hybrid method. Spray foam can be combined with conventional methods to keep the cost down and get good results. For example, you can encapsulate the knee wall area and treat the top collar attic conventionally. One great way to determine which solution is best for you is to get a home energy audit. A great energy auditor will help you identify which pathway is best for your scenario. And don't forget your basements too. Check out this video about 4 rim joist things you need to know. Rim joists are in the basement. Subscribe.